He's a graduate of the class of 2011. So at this time, I would like to welcome Mr. Kevin Matos to the floor.
Oh man, I feel a lot of winning in this building right now. I saw you guys coming in, and it reminded me when I was literally in your shoes, right? I'm not that much older than you guys. Like, I was trying to think to myself, what do I want to talk to these guys about? What am I going to wear? Do I want to wear a suit? Because I'll kill a suit. I look really good in a suit. And I'm like, I'm just like you guys. So I want to show up and really give you guys some game. Can somebody say win? Somebody say win here. Win! I heard you first. See, let's see. I just gave him a 20. So like, I like energy. I want you guys to win. I'm going to give you guys some game, right? I want to really talk to you. So, what you give me, I'm going to give you back, all right? Somebody say win. That's the energy. So, let me just introduce myself because you're like, who's this guy in the love shirt, light skin with muscles, right? So, all right, I'm going to just introduce myself. So, my name is Kevin Victor Matos. Everybody calls me 7. Why they call me 7? A whole bunch of reasons. 7 is a lucky number. I've been really lucky my whole life. 7 is the number of God. I'm the oldest of 7. My brothers are actually here right now. Keanu, Kenneth, and Christopher. I went here, so all of us have gone here, and Salesian is very dear, to all of our hearts. When I graduated from here, I went to Penn State University, where I got a business degree in management and marketing, right? I also became a member of the greatest fraternity in the world, Kappa Psi Fraternity Incorporated, right? And one of my frat brothers is actually here right now as well. Give it up to Chad. I love that. We're home right now, so we just like you. We're Salesian Eagles. He graduated before me, and we stayed connected through Salesian before our fraternity because this is where we went to, right? So it's really important. What I need, you guys are not going to get in trouble. I need one volunteer. Who has their phone on their hand right now? All right, you actually have it out. I like you right there. That's good. That's energy right there. Yeah, you right there. Yeah. Oh, you can stay right there. I need you to open your notes. Open your notes. All right. Type all in. All in. I need you to take a screenshot of that. We're going to talk. I need that screenshot. I need you to send that to 3 people in this room. And those 3 people that get it, no, don't do it right now. Don't do it right now. That's your homework assignment. Don't do it right now. Send it to 3 people, and then those 3 people have to send it to 3 more people, right? So the reason for that is because we are an ecosystem right here. And what I need you guys to do is to go all in. Somebody say all in. All in! So when I was a student at Salesian High School, I participated in everything. I was on the freshman basketball team. I did AM Salesian. Later on, I became a part of the wrestling team. I joined the volleyball program. My name is actually right up there, Matos, right? Shout out to my guy, Miguel. He's right over there. He was actually the captain of the team. And he's actually there for soccer and tennis as well, right? So what I need you guys to do is, as you're entering this school year, I need you to be involved in everything, right? And I need you guys to be committed to the process of whatever it is that you want to do. And I'm going to be very transparent. When I was a freshman and a sophomore, I didn't have the most confidence, right? I used to be scared of opportunities. I used to be scared and had the fear of failure, right? I was never the guy that, wanted to raise their hand even though I knew the answers to different questions, right? I always didn't like asking for help. And what ended up happening is that stunted my growth from a lot of different opportunities. You see, the message I want to give you guys is that as you're in this community, this parish, this home, this playground, right? This family, closed mouths don't get fed. So what I need you guys to do is really collaborate with each other and ask the right questions. You ask the right questions, you get the right answers, right? So you have to tap into your resources. You have people like Mr. Chisholm, I call him Mr. Chisholm, and it's awesome because he was my first teacher. Like literally my first teacher coming into Salesian. And I'm never going to forget, him saying, all right, pass over your Cornell notebooks. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. My handwriting good. It's excruciating pain, and I hate doing this, right? But what that taught me is discipline. What that taught me is endurance and having the stamina to take care of business, because I needed that because I didn't learn things very quickly. I needed to go overtime and stay committed and go all in on my education. Why is education important? I'm just like you guys. I used to have these thoughts myself, like, man, I gotta wake up and go to school and sit in class. Sometimes I just want to take a nap. I did all of that, just like you guys, right? But what you need to really understand is, it's the more you learn, the more you earn, right? You have to start thinking about your life and what you want to do with your future. It's always going to be education before compensation. So you have to go all in on your education. You have to go all in into asking the right questions. What are some things, for example, just because you're just coming in doesn't mean you're not thinking about your future, right? Just because you're a sophomore doesn't mean you shouldn't be thinking about college. Like, you deserve to get a scholarship. You deserve to get good grades, right? If you're struggling, ask for help. If there's somebody that you know is getting straight A's and that's your friend, you can literally be like, yo friend, how do you do this? I'm struggling, I want to get better grades. I want to make my mother proud, right? I want to make myself proud, right? And it goes into my next point. Never be in competition with each other, right? Always remember that it's you versus you. It's your race, it's your pace, but you have to go all in. Somebody say all in. All in! Right? It's always going to be you versus you. So this is what I do. I'm the CEO of my own company. It's called Proctor Rocket Club, right? Together as an ecosystem, collectively we've generated millions of dollars trading in the stock market, right? I work with people that are in California, overseas, in Miami, and I live in New York, right? We do all of this through our phones, trading options and a whole bunch of other stuff involving financial literacy, right? So with that, it's a team. We're not in competition with each other. Somebody winning does not mean me losing, right? But you have to always understand, all right, I'm running my race, I'm running at my own pace, it's me versus me. I have to be the best version of myself. And if somebody is around me doing better than me, how can I get to that level? Because all that's showing is that it's possible, right? I used to be, in friendly competition with some of my frat brothers when I was in college. And this is what the competition was like. There was one situation, we took a test, and he got a 96, and I got a 94. I was pissed. I got a 94 and I was pissed. I was like, no way, I have to do better, right? I'm not mad at him, he studied harder than me. So that means I gotta go harder too, right? I have to become the best version of myself because it's bigger than me. Everything is intentional. You have to move with purpose. Why are you here, right? I need you guys to start thinking about this because every single one of us has the same 3 things in common. It doesn't matter if you're black, you got a little Asian persuasion, if you're Italian, if you're Spanish, you all have the same 3 things in common. What are those things? Every single one of us has a brain, right? We all have a brain. Everybody here is very smart, right? We also have the same 24 hours in a day. Unless somebody has 25. Does anybody have an extra hour that I don't know about? You do? How? Don't tell me. I want to know. No, you don't, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. Nobody has more time than the next person. So what are you doing with your 24 hours? The last thing that everybody has in common is choices. What are the decisions that you're making every single day, right? What are you doing to make your life better? What are you doing to get 1% better and be somebody that is winning and achieving? You have to want to win, right? That goes into my next question. But before, I just want to go back into it. What are the 3 things? I need a volunteer. One person. Go ahead. Good. There you go. I appreciate you participating. You see, that right there is one of the most difficult things to do, right? To sit here and raise his hand and talk in front of everybody. You know why I know it's difficult? Because I used to be terrified. There was no way. You're not giving me a microphone, you're not allowing me to speak. I'm going to stay quiet and just go with the flow, go about my business. That's powerful right there, right? But remember, the 3 things before I move on. We all have a brain, we all have 24 hours, and we all have choices. So make the best choices that you can every day when you walk into your classroom. Every day when you wake up and you guys make your beds, because everybody here should be making their bed, we'll talk about that a little bit later, make the right choices every day. One of the lessons that I still have with me till today that I learned from here is that you don't have to do the wrong thing to have a good time. I'm never going to forget that. And I learned that when I was sitting right here, just like you guys, right? But I decided to make a commitment to myself throughout my time and just go all in with everything that I do. How you do anything is how you do everything. Somebody say that with me. How you do anything is how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. Right, so literally, if I'm going to be extraordinary on, playing 2K and I want to win every game, right, I have to have that same energy with my life too, right? If I'm going to be on Apex Legends, right, my name is Caustic. If anybody plays Apex, holla at me later. But like, if anybody is going to be playing that game and going to be really good at it, have that same energy with your grades, right? Don't take it lightly because this time is going to fly. I promise you guys, and you're going to remember this message. It's going to fly. You're going to blink a couple times, and then all of a sudden, the freshman year, you guys are going to be juniors. And the sophomore year, you guys are going to be seniors. And then you're going to go off to college. And then you're going to go off to live your life, right? And then go through hardships of being an adult. I'm an adult now, and I promise you, it's very difficult, right? So make sure that you guys are making those decisions now. Right now. Somebody say now. Now! That's when you have to get started and go all in and commit to yourself. I want to talk about excuses. Somebody explain to me, I need a volunteer. Somebody explain to me what excuses are. You raise your hand first. You're looking good. Okay. Who else? Okay, that's a great answer. What about you? That's perfect, exactly. I'll take one more. You right there. I wasn't even pointing at you. That was funny. Yeah, so that's my brother right there, Christopher. And he actually brings up a good point. And I wasn't even going to mention it, but there's a poem, right? I actually need you guys to repeat after me. It's a poem about excuses.
It's a poem about excuses.
Not yet. I just started yet. It's all good. You're good. It's all good. All right. Now, excuses are tools.
Excuses are tools
Of the weak and incompetent. Used to build monuments of nothingness. And those who specialize in its use. Seldom succeed at anything at all. Guys, excuses, right now, they have to go. It has to work or it has to work. Everything that you do now is going to impact your legacy. It's going to impact your future. It starts now, right? I walk into the gym and I have pride. Yo, my name is really up there on this banner. Like, that's cold. Every single time I walk in here. But even then, when I was here, I wasn't moving with intention or purpose. I was just cruising, living, doing whatever. Yeah, I come to school, I go to the playground, I go to class, I take my test, I go home, I'm on the game. That's literally what I did. But if I had intention early, when I was moving in purpose, when I decided, this is what I want this. How am I going to get it? Who's going to help me get it, right? Because you can't do everything by yourself. It takes a village. And that's why it's an honor and it's a blessing for me to still come back and still have professors that taught me, right? Mr. Shorter pushed me when I was in class. And I used to hate it. Because he would literally push my buttons to see what was I willing to deal with, what was I willing to tolerate, right? How much can he get out of me to really want to learn this material, to pass this exam, right? Like I said, education before compensation. And we're talking about math, we're talking numbers. This is stuff that's really important right now. I trade in the stock market. I'm investing in a whole bunch of different companies every single day. I need to learn this stuff. This is important. At the time, I was like, whatever, man, leave me alone, get off my back, pick on somebody else, right? But remember this, guys. Everybody here, all the adults here, all the professors here, they all care about y'all. They want you guys to win. They want you guys to be great. But they cannot want it more than you, right? They cannot want it for you. Because ultimately, they're here to help you, right? And serve you and give their very best. But when it comes to the real world, nobody's coming to save you. So what are you going to do now to get ready so you can stay ready, right? This is important. Now I want to talk about Apex, right? Not Apex Legends again. The Apex of the jungle. That's a lion, right? Everybody knows lion is the king of the jungle. What about the ocean? Can anybody take a guess? A whale, you can say a whale. What's the apex predator? A shark, right? A shark. That's cool. Do you guys know what the apex is of the sky? It's an eagle, right? So it's an eagle. See, I want you guys to put yourself in this mindset because eagles, they go to heights that nobody else can go to, right? They soar and see things that are beyond your imagination, right? No other animal can do this. Only eagles can, right? Not sharks, not lions, nothing else. So I want you guys to put yourself in the perspective of an eagle where your standards are so high for yourself, right, that you want to win, that you're coming in and you're like, you're ironing your shirt, right? Making sure that your hygiene is good. You're putting on deodorant. You have clean haircuts. You're studying the material. You're getting good grades. Your shoes are tied, right? Like, I need you guys to have standards in every part of your life, because that's what eagles do. They're on the top of the mountain. You don't see eagles hanging out with chickens. Chickens are chuckling, right? They're just cruising around, eating things off the floor. Eagles are not, they're flying high, right? So that leads me to my next point. I need you guys to start auditing your proximity. What do you mean by that, Seven? I mean, who are you speaking to? What are your friends like? What's your circle like, right? What kind of conversations are you guys having? Are you guys only talking about, Fortnite and, LeBron James? Or are you guys talking about do you study for this exam that we got coming up? I want to make sure that I do well, right? Or for my athletes here, let's go practice after school. Let's go work out. Let's go do something, right? You need to be around people that are going to allow you to elevate and go to the next level. Not just people that are going to hold you down. Because unfortunately, I had a very big class as well when I was in high school. But not everybody can go for where you want to go. You have to go at your own pace, but it takes a village, guys. You need to be around people that are going to push you, that are going to hold your standards higher than you hold it to yourself as well. Does that make sense? Are you sure? I'm not sure. Does that make sense? Great. I need one more volunteer. I need somebody from this side. Come on. You want basketball? Yeah, you want basketball? All right. Start, bench, and cut. Which one out of these three? Jordan, LeBron, or Kobe? Start LeBron, bench, and cut Kobe. Cut it, Kobe, bro? Cut LeBron. You have an iPhone? You have an iPhone? All right, great. You don't need it. I just want to know if you have an iPhone. Who's the CEO of Apple? That's okay if you don't know. No, you're good, bro. You're good. It's 10 o'clock. That's fine. But see, this is what I want to acknowledge right now, right? Because this is a learning lesson. He knew exactly what I was talking about, as all of you guys did, right? But you didn't know who's the owner of the device that almost all of you guys have. You can sit down, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you. I got something to see you right after this, all right? Don't forget to see me. So this is a problem. Because I need you guys to start opening your minds and thinking about things differently. Don't focus on just what's cool. Don't focus on what's sexy or what's around you or what just your friends want to talk about. Start thinking about real life because there's bigger things happening. Things that are important, things that you're going to know, right? I'm not going to go ahead and buy every single iPhone and not have Apple actually pay me to make me money to buy the iPhone, right? Like I said, I trade in the stock market, so I need to know what's going on in the world. I need to know who's the leadership of these different companies that I use every day, right? Like I need to know. I'm not going to buy Nike, and not make money off of Nike. Right? And I just bought this new MacBook that I have over there from the stock market, right? And that was a $3,000 computer. But I made the money from the market and I transferred it over to buy something that I needed to allow me to work better and work smarter, right? And that drives me to my next point. I need you guys to start investing in yourself, right? For me, I was never a reader. I was never somebody that just picked up books for fun. But what I found was, when I picked up books that I actually wanted to read, that served me, it changed my entire life. So anytime that I had downtime, if I was taking the bus, if I was taking the train and I had 30 minutes, I literally had a book with me. I had The Power of Broke, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Outwitting the Devil, all these different books that served me to allow me to grow, right? That's investing in yourself. So if you don't grow, you're basically dead, right? That's called flatline. You're just staying in the same spot, right? But staying in the same spot is really going down. It's you either win or you lose, right? It's either left or right. There's no in between. So if you're not using it, you're losing it. I need you guys to start tapping into a higher level of thinking and personal development, right? There's things that you guys don't know that I know. And there's things that I don't know that Mr. Chisholm knows, right? So I need you guys to start being seekers of knowledge and always want to learn something different. Whether there's something from sports, whether there's something from, learning how to make money, starting a savings account right now, thinking about, what college do I want to go to? What do I want to be without when I grow up, right? It's a little cold here, right? I know, the same thing. All right, let's clap it up for ourselves. And, we're gonna wrap it up right here, right? I need you guys to really believe in yourself. I didn't have the most confidence until I started getting older, and I didn't tell myself, believe in yourself. No, I had to make a decision to really believe in myself. So I want everybody to just repeat after me. I'm like that. I'm like that. Now, but I want you to really believe it. I'm like that. I'm like that. I deserve to win. I deserve to get good grades. I deserve to get a scholarship. I deserve to make my mother proud. Because I'm like that. Now, you guys are whispering it. Like when it came down to the market and me making money, me having that pride that I'm a Salesian Eagle, going to Penn State, coming from the Bronx, humble beginnings, and then working in a job until I became an entrepreneur, but now I haven't worked a job in years because I work for myself, right? I'm my own boss. I'm like that, right? I work for it. So I need you guys to say it because as you go through this journey in high school, these are the most important years of your life. You either level up or remain the same, right? So somebody say it. I'm like that. I'm like that. I deserve to win.